nothing can hold me back. Nothing can hold me back. You know, like I said, I had to step back, regroup, get a new team, and came back strong.
I gotta have 4 arms. I know. And 6 eyes to be Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
It's wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff.
Why is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit.
Floyd Mayweather didn't stay quiet after Terence Crawford suggested he ranks. Above him, the undefeated legend fired back, making it clear he's not ready toe-hand over that kind of respect without a debate. At the same time, several top-level champions, including Dmitry Bivol, Alexander Usyk, and Artur Beterbiev, have openly shown support for Crawford, calling him the best pound-for-pound fighter in the sport today.
Crawford is amazing, not just good. He's amazing, and
he said the same thing about you.
Thank you, Terence. But I think he should be in the book for
really? Is that good?
How to learn boxing, you know?
Really?
For me, pound for pound, number 1 is Terence Crawford. I like this man.
In addition, Crawford admitted that he never truly pictured himself stepping into the ring with Mayweather. He explained that he grew up admiring him, seeing Floyd more as an inspiration than someone he expected to compete against.
Type of guy, I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll beat it.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, he did that. Never. That's some hate type shit to me.
Yeah, like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person.
However, Max Kellerman offered a balanced take on the debate. He pointed out that when you compare accomplishments, Mayweather's resume is clearly more extensive and stacked with elite names. At the same time, he suggested that Crawford has consistently shown a readiness to take on any challenge put in front of him, as Kellerman put it. If you really break it down, Floyd's body of work runs deeper. But Crawford's mindset has been about facing whoever is available without hesitation.
Like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior welterweights, bring him lightweight. He jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time. Oh, yes. That makes a difference.
On top of that, veteran promoter Bob Arum shared his own perspective on a hypothetical matchup. He explained that if both fighters were at their absolute peak, he would lean toward Crawford. Arum pointed to Crawford's versatility, especially his ability to switch stances smoothly and adjust mid-fight, as the key factors that could give him the edge in a prime-for-prime showdown.
Prime, who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Crawford.
Really? Why?
Because Crawford is a unique kind of fighter that other fighters haven't seen. And the ability that he has to switch, fighters aren't used to that. They don't train for that. I just think Crawford is a very, very...
Jim Lampley also weighed in, noting that a matchup between Crawford and Mayweather would come down to contrasting styles. He suggested that many of Floyd's victories were built on control and precision. The kind of performances where he methodically outclasses opponents rather than overwhelming them with sheer aggression. In that sense, Lampley implied the fight would be more about technical mastery and ring IQ than fireworks.
That's a completely different fight, all right? Because Spence has been given to believe that he's every bit as good an offensive fighter as Terence Crawford or anybody else that he's going to be in with. So he learned something different Saturday night. But Floyd Mayweather never disabused himself of the understanding that he was a more of a backup counterpuncher than a go-forward counterpuncher, regardless of what he did to Diego Corrales. And that's a different kind of approach and effect than what Crawford achieved the other night. So that a Floyd Mayweather beatdown or one-sided win was much more of a paint job than what
Tim Bradley also shared his opinion, saying he would lean toward Crawford in that matchup. He highlighted Crawford's ability to adjust on the fly and switch stances as a major advantage. And he mentioned that Mayweather had some challenging moments in the past against certain southpaw opponents. Still, Bradley made it clear there's no disrespect involved, calling Floyd an all-time great and acknowledging his legendary status in the sport.
No, oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Sam Judah. Sam Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think you're gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that back hand the way he.
However, Crawford made sure to show respect when speaking about Mayweather. He acknowledged that Floyd was the defining fighter of his generation and the standard everyone else was chasing during that period. But at the same time, Crawford expressed confidence in his own legacy, saying he believes he stands at the top of his era and has done enough to be recognized as the leading fighter of his time.
To Floyd Mayweather, how do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. There ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to...
However, Crawford made sure to show respect when speaking about Mayweather. He acknowledged that Floyd was the defining fighter of his generation and the standard everyone else was chasing during that period. But at the same time, Crawford expressed confidence in his own legacy, saying he believes he stands at the top of his era and has done enough to be recognized as the leading fighter of his time.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd? No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
Crawford also gave Floyd full credit for cleaning out his era. He pointed to wins over elite names, including Manny Pacquiao, and emphasized that, at the end of the day, Mayweather found a way to beat everyone placed in front of him. In his view, even if you imagine both Floyd and Pacquiao at their absolute best, Floyd's skill set, discipline, and ring IQ would still carry him through. But he went even further, suggesting that in the 140 and 147-pound divisions, it's hard to find anyone in history who would clearly defeat a prime Mayweather. For Crawford, that consistency at the highest level is what defines greatness. He also praised Floyd's dedication, explaining that boxing wasn't just training camp preparation for him. It was his entire lifestyle. From early on, Mayweather made it clear that his mission was to become the very best, and he structured his life around that goal. Meanwhile, after experiencing a tough loss to Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez admitted that Crawford's performance left a major impression on him, even going as far as to suggest that Crawford operated on a different level that night.
His absolute prime, man. I take Manny Pacquiao to his absolute prime.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd still beats him.
Floyd beat everybody.
You don't believe there's a guy at 140, 147 in the history of boxing that could have beat Floyd in his prime?
It'd be tough. Floyd, man, that boy, man, that's the GOAT, man. That boy bad.
What makes it, I mean, what, because, and I told people this, I said, look at Floyd. I said, Floyd, it's not that he trains, I mean, it's his life. And from the very beginning, he's like...
Shane Mosley also gave his perspective on the debate. He explained that Crawford's physical dimensions, including his height and reach, combined with his success across multiple weight classes, could make him an especially difficult opponent that in Mosley's view, those attributes, along with Crawford's ability to adapt in different divisions, might present an even more complex challenge than what fighters typically faced against Mayweather.
Tragedy fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford at the end.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Showbiz The Adult shared a straightforward take, noting that while Mayweather's resume is undeniably more impressive, Crawford has recently demonstrated that he might actually be the superior fighter in terms of skill and performance. In other words, legacy favors Floyd, but current ability and in-ring dominance give Crawford the edge.
Out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually moving weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford this.
Breadman Edwards weighed in with a simple but important message for boxing fans. Stop getting caught up in comparing fighters from different eras. He urged people to recognize Crawford on his own terms and let it be celebrated for his achievements without constantly measuring him against past legends.